Greetings everyone. I am Mabuto Nicholas Mapena. Most people are receiving their waiver outcomes with mistakes. We did record videos previously that if your waiver is mistakes, the moment you take it back to VFS, it will delay. And it might delay your application for a visa. So we advise that if your waiver has mistakes, you need to go to the police station, do an affidavit, so that when you then apply for any of the visas that you're applying for, you attach the affidavit as part of the documents that you are submitting. For instance, someone applied for a waiver for a critical visa. This person holds critical skills, but of course he misses with a few grades for them to qualify for a straight critical visa without applying for a waiver. So he then identifies these requirements that it does not meet, then applies for a critical applies for a waiver, so that it then applies for a critical visa. That then gets granted. That is the waiver get granted. But there are two issues here which we might not be explaining carefully to such individuals. Because if your profession in terms of the grading is not under critical skills, but you think it is under critical skills, your NQ level is not the one that is required. Normally what happens is that you apply for a general work visa. Because if your qualifications are under critical skills, you qualify in terms of your, if your profession is under critical skills and you qualify in terms of the qualifications as listed, there is no need to apply for a waiver, right? So you apply direct for a critical skills visa because you qualify, you are a holder of the Zimbabwe exemption permit. You qualify for a critical skills visa as shown or as listed in terms of the qualifications that are required, in terms of the requirements you qualify. You apply straight for a critical skills visa. But if you miss by a few grades, say your profession says you must have NQF 8, but you have 7 or 6. You then apply, as I'm saying, there are two options. You then apply for a waiver for you to apply, to be clear to apply for a critical skills visa. So you can either apply for a critical skills visa once your waiver has been granted, or apply for a general work visa. If, say, you want to apply for a critical skills visa, your waiver application has been cleared, is positive, and it says you can proceed and apply for a general work visa, yes, you should apply for a general work visa. But if you think that they made a mistake, you then do a police affidavit, which you will then attach to your application. I hope I'm not confusing anyone. Let me try to be explain as simple as possible. Your profession is listed under critical skills list, but you do not meet the grade in terms of the requirements. You then apply for a waiver and indicate that you want to apply for a critical skills visa, the department should waiver the grade so that you can qualify in terms of your grade. But they send you a waiver and state that you should apply for a general work visa, that you are clear to apply for a general work visa. So I'm saying there are two options. You can then proceed and apply for a general work visa as indicated in your waiver outcome. Or you can then do a police affidavit and say, I've been cleared to apply, my waiver application was approved, right? Then you apply for a critical skills visa. These are the two options that you have. Now, the option number 2 is problematic, and I want to underline this so that you will not accuse me of misleading you. Option number 2 is problematic. Problematic in the sense that when you then make your submission, you have attached your police affidavit. The people that are now doing adjudication, they first look into the documents that you have submitted. First, they will look into your waiver, what was said in the waiver. They look into what you're applying for, and they will read the waiver as saying that you have been cleared, but you can proceed to apply for a general work visa. You have attached a police affidavit, right, to say you're applying for a critical skills visa. That the person now making a decision on your application might be guided by what is in your waiver, even though you have submitted the police affidavit, and they say you do not qualify for a critical skills visa. It is possible. I'm not saying this is what is going to be, but I'm saying now option number 2 is problematic in that sense. But that does not mean you should not attach your police affidavit to accompany your application. So please try that. But if you insist that you want a critical skills visa, but your waiver says you apply for a general work visa, do an affidavit and attach. But if you have no problem in doing what your waiver says, just apply for a general work visa. So in other words, it is now your decision to say, do you pick option 1, which you then apply for a general work visa, or you pick option 2, where you then apply for a critical skills visa, attaching the police affidavit. Please write in the comment section, like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you are on TikTok, please do follow us. Otherwise, goodbye.